I'm Dan O'Day.
And I'm Jim Johnson of the Accents class.
Jim, I have heard you say on occasion that you don't learn an accent in a vacuum. What does that mean?
I think it's uncomfortable to be inside of a vacuum. And in addition to that, it's that anytime that we're working on an accent, there's usually tie-ins with a bunch of other accents. So when I'm teaching people how to learn accents, when we're working on one accent, we're actually working on elements that relate to a lot of other accents as well.
But don't think I'm over extravagant. Why, even when I bought my yacht, I'm going Italian. Why?
Only for that one tiny moment.
Yes. Why, even when I bought my yacht, I first made sure that the King of Bulgaria was after it. So 3 months later, I sold it to him at a very nice profit. Same thing when I purchased the newspaper. Yes, I can always make money, but the problem is how to hang on to it. There isn't a single moment when I don't have to be on my guard.
Good. Hey, two things that were like clicked were profit. That line ending, you really found that. I sold it to him at a very nice profit.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And hang on to it. But the problem is how to hang on to it. Can you say that phrase for me?
The problem is how to hang on to it.
That's great. So notice what you did, and you even demonstrated it. How to hang on to it. Yeah?
Yes.
And it is. It's a little bit of that. It's that movement. And when you had your Italian moment, for example, you went this way instead of going this way.
Ah, okay. Yes.
This is why it goes Italian. Because
Okay.
Italian's going to cycle this way.
Okay.
And the French, if anything, is going to cycle the other way.
Aha, I see.
Yes, oui, yes.
Yes.
So, can we go from, 3 months later, wherever you'd like to go, actually.
No, I'm adjusting I'm reading this off one part
Sure.
of my window. Okay. So 3 months later, I sold it to him at a very nice profit.
Good, let's work on that line. So let's find the levity and the point. So this is the intonation that we want to work on.
Okay.
So 3 months later.
So 3 months later,
Now right at the end of that line, I hear later, as opposed to, I don't hear the kind of lightness, the softness to it.
Okay.
I need more fluffy cloud going on here.
Fluffy cloud. Okay. So 3 months later, I sold it to him at a very nice profit.
Yes. Okay, so what did you just do?
To me, I lightened up my voice for one thing. That's what I thought.
Okay. You lightening up your voice lightened up the intonation. We can't have it get sort of solid and heavy. It's the solid and heavy that's going to read as something else. Like German is going to read more solid and heavy. Yeah. And Italian is going to read a little bit more. Yeah. But the French, it has an elusiveness to it almost, which I think is part of what can make it a little bit challenging.
Yes.
But it's got a similar kind of levity, if you recall, from when we worked on the RP, right?
Yes.
So working on the RP needs this sort of willingness to sort of move around and bounce. And the French needs that same kind of levity. So if we can translate that in the brain, and as you work on the French, then come back and work on the RP and see if you can utilize that degree of lightness, willingness to move around, with the same thing that you had with the French, but the RP is a little bit more definite in the way that it hits things. It's much more like hitting each one of the notes on the xylophone, whereas the French is much more like, I will not land on anything in particular, right? It's elusive.
Yes.